Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Oop, there's the music. Okay. Oop, there's the music. Okay. Did I not? I thought I fucking muted. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I thought I muted that.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Sorry for the double echo. We are live. Adam's little VTuber still isn't working.
He has no mouth and he must scream.
He
okay.
must scream. Well, he has a mouth.
Excellent.
It's very, very big,
Excellent
actually.
Ah! Girl, me
but-
too.
Yeah, it simply will not work, and I do not know why or how to fix it.
I actually have a theory.
You have
I'm gonna-
game theory?
Yes. No. So, however I do like my sensitivity for my own to be able to be heard, it's like constantly picking up something, which I think just means that it's always detecting my microphone is doing something, and I sure don't know how to fix that.
Maybe, cause like, yeah, I don't know.
It's an internal representation.
Yeah, listen,
'Cause-
I am just always screaming. Do you guys use like a click to talk, or do you just have it where you
No.
just talk?
No.
I've just pinned down my microphone sensitivity to a T.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess you are always active.
I'm
in,
always
in
I
Discord.
am always screaming, okay? I must
Or,
be heard at
or
all times.
sniffling or coughing or something
It's
else.
fine. I warned you ahead of time about my allergies. It's fine. Let me live.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to click. I'm gonna play around on my own end. If I disappear, that's why. But at least people can hear me this week.
We're
so it's a
doing
win.
it live.
Indeed.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't trust like that.
So I got, I only got 2 cat pictures in today, but that's okay because they are wonderful kitties. Well, okay.
Well, you're not
technically
counting
3
Pangor?
I wasn't counting Panger. But I'll get
Hey,
the
did
Panger.
you want pictures of cats?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a picture of my cat right now.
So,
Do I have any old pictures in
well,
my
I'm gonna
phone?
start by drawing Jen's cat because you know,
Jen's cat.
Jen's cat is named Gengar.
Gengar.
And this is out of curiosity, Jolly.
Oh, okay.
How well do you know like Filipino like clothing and stuff like that?
Are you talking about
Like
the outfits itself?
Yeah, like traditional, or like anything traditional.
Are we talking about dresses or suits?
Either or. I think Gengar's a girl, but I don't remember.
Didn't get the chance to ask.
No, I should know, but I can't remember.
At this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
But I believe Jen is also like, not to air her demographics, but she's also half Filipino, so I was like, oh, you know what would be cute if, like, you know, Filipino stuff for her.
Well, the
Filipino
most
cat.
distinctive thing that some, well, I say some, the formal attire that Filipinos wear would be that it's like a translucent, transparent shirt or
Mhm.
sleeves sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember you showing me that once.
Yeah. I think we called it, let me look up the name because
Mm-hmm.
Barong Tagalog? That's the guys that the men wear. What about the ladies? Barot Saya. You know, I could just copy and paste the name or something.
Found
Probably
it.
help.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I know how to, like, yeah. Oh, real puffy
Baro.
sleeves.
Yeah, Baro apostrophe T Saya.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you know you can wake up from naps?
I didn't know that.
No,
I have
that
to.
surprised me. Seeing you wake up from a. Sorry, I have to rag you a little bit.
Put him right in front of Cody.
Oh,
Directly
hey,
in front of Cody. Just
hey, I
block Cody.
fixed him.
Yeah, you did, yay!
There we go.
Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the secret was the automatic the input sensitivity on Discord. Having it all the way to the left was basically broken.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest. I think the fact that we keep having so much trouble with atoms is very amusing to me.
No, listen, it's fine. You can hear me. My little guy's doing a talk like he's supposed to do. Everything is fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I am trying to not get confused by the delay from me talking and it showing up on the Twitch stream. But
Yeah.
that's not a problem technically. That's just a problem with my own brain.
Just put them
Becca when they put
Twitch.
pickles on her burger.
Hey.
What was that?
Becca was going, it's fine, and that was that was what I was responding to.
me
I'll
when,
send
me when
pictures of my
pickles.
uncle's cats. Because I, of course,
Yeah,
don't
I'm
have
sorry.
them.
Are you anti-pickle?
Yes.
Becca is.
How could you betray me like this after
Uh,
so many years?
This is where I make an important distinction. I'm not anti-pickle, but I'm anti-pickle on sandwiches.
I am emotionally and personally attacked right now.
I'm actually the opposite of anti-pickle. We keep pickle juice in my house so we can drink it when we get leg cramps.
Does that work?
Yes.
It's because the pickle juice has a high salt content, and that's there for electrolytes, and cramps are typically caused by an electrolyte imbalance. If I recall
I'm gonna
correctly.
remember that for the next time I wake up. I'm gonna
It's
wake
like-
up in the middle of the night with a horrible leg cramp and drag myself up the stairs to my kitchen.
Well, it's
I will
like
let you know if it works.
well, it's part of the reason why if you look at the ingredients on Gatorade, the biggest ones that are there are salt, sugar, and other things that are there for helping with electrolytes. Because
Yeah.
So Gatorade is just sweet pickle juice.
Yes.
More or less.
Gatorade minus the vinegar. Gatorade actually does have some things in it. Like you could use it for bread making. Pretty confident about that.
That being said, the reason I like Gatorade so much is because it's so salty.
You know who else is salty and you've decided to keep it around? Me. Yes, us.
Every single one of us. Except for baby Cody. I don't know how salty he
To
gets.
be fair, in my place, I do need salt. I'm a thyroid patient.
That's fair.
The rest of you just want to be salty.
I just love the taste of salt.
Salt. I'm the creature from episode 1 of Star Trek: The Original Series.
Jesus Christ.
that reference is such...
That's a pull.
The soft Jesus Christ.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Just Google it.
Oh.
Google
Like-
water buffalo. Trust me. Google water buffalo. Star Trek: The Original Series. Trust me.
That's his full name, by the way. First
Her
name.
full name.
Oh, I'm sorry. Her name is Water Buffalo. First name. Star Trek:
Uh,
The Original Series.
yeah.
Last name.
Yeah, women's rights.
Yes. we stand a queen.
I think about it all the time because I've watched the first episode of Star Trek with a friend for the first time. So, the first episode's really ridiculous.
Good
Good
news.
joke. Can I make a comment real quick?
Sure.
Yes.
Hi, Jill. Actually, that's not the original first episode. That's the second pilot they had to create.
Actually,
I don't know what we're actually-ing, but yeah, you're right.
It's Star Trek.
Star Trek? Sure, yeah. Yes.
Okay,
I
what's the
just-
first episode?
The first episode actually stars Captain Pike.
First
No.
episode is the one where Spock and Kirk are fucking and sucking, but they had to take that off TV. It wasn't appropriate.
Yeah,
for the time.
that was actually that was actually the pilot, and they were like, okay, I love the concept. This is a little hardcore for TV. You gotta tone it down. Like, dial it back, and they were like, fine. So they took out the second.
Fine.
Yeah, sure,
I
we can do
guess.
that.
We'll throw away our idea of gay sex in space.
Okay,
Listen, we won't do it on the first episode. We'll really ease into it. Foreplay's important.
Yeah, I
Every
was gonna
episode
say-
they pitch, they had the scene in it, and they were like, "Well, next episode, next
It's
episode."
like it's not.
episode.
It's like it's not ready. We're not
Not
ready
now.
yet. We're not. You can't do this yet.
Also,
And
you're
then-
always supposed to ease into gay sex,
I'm-
otherwise it goes very badly.
Of
Yeah.
course, you know, some people float the idea. What if it's a holodeck? That's. Really.
Also,
Am I allowed to pitch in here and say the rest of the comment I was about to say that's serious since y'all are done goofing?
yes. Yeah.
Does
Have
it
we
have to
ever
do
done
with
goofing?
Kirk and Spock fucking? Does that have to do with
No,
And
no,
sucking.
it still have to do with Star
and
Trek.
sucking? Yeah.
I mean, that's why they have the ship name.
Yeah.
I will hear you out this one time since it doesn't have to do
Cool.
with Kirk
The
and Spock
only
fucking
reason-
and sucking.
The only reason we have Star Trek is because of Lucille Ball. That's
Hell yeah, Queen.
that's because the original pilot failed so bad, and she went, "No, let's give him another chance."
I
It's
I
can't
like
believe-
these funny
original
men.
pilot.
I can't believe that I Love Lucy herself was the original Kirk and Spock shipper.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not gonna.
Also, hi. Quick question. Why am I very short? Why is my icon very short on the stream? Fix it now.
No, just the same height as Connor and you.
I'm the same height as Jolly currently, which is not true.
Listen, the PNG tubers are an imperfect art. I'm
This is-
doing my best.
This is the thing that Jill gets offended by.
I am wearing so
Yeah.
many hats
I
right
just-
now.
I did
Yeah.
just notice that I got lowered to be on the same level as everyone else, and I again am
Everyone's
feeling.
the same level except for Jolly. Can we just move on now?
I need to point out Adam is not the same height as all of us. I
Adam
know
doesn't.
this.
Adam's
Don't worry about
avatar
it.
doesn't have hair. That's why it's not the same
It's
height.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Leave me alone.
Everything's fine.
We gotta like Laffy Taffy, like stretch it out. Don't add anything to the PNG tuber.
What should
just,
this
like,
fucking cat's
stretch
like
it.
class be?
What is
Baby.
what is the story of the cat in real life? I need to
I-
get immersed.
Their name's Gengar. I think Gengar's a girl cat, but I can't remember for certain. And Jen's not here to correct me.
Am I allowed to make my suggestion?
Yes.
Because you guys saw Puss in Boots. That's what inspired this, correct?
I haven't
Well,
seen
we're
it.
going to see it
Going to see
after
it.
stream, actually.
I think it should be a cleric, grave cleric.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
fun.
That'll be good with
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Baratsaya. Did I say that okay? I don't know.
Sure.
It's all right. It's all right. Last week,
Sure.
it's all right. Last week I asked Jolly how to pronounce her character for Jace's game, and she told me, and I have since forgotten, and it's only been a week.
Good, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give you a suggestion.
But day.
Just learn
No.
to ask
Die.
repeatedly how to say names. Because if Jace acts anything like Connor does, you're never gonna be able to pronounce any name.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I will ask for spelling.
There's a character, without giving anything away, there's a character's backstory that even when I gave it to Chase, they were like, oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Why do you guys do this to? I have a speech impediment. Why do you do this to me?
Fine.
Yeah.
I
My,
want more Asian names, that's why.
my boy,
Yeah.
my boy is a sweet, sweet boy with a name that everyone can pronounce, and I have done
If
nothing
people
wrong.
can pronounce
Same.
Genshin names, why not, you know?
Hell yeah.
There's a reason why I do research when I do my naming in my games. You know how many names I had to look up for the Cuban section of my story because of Michelle and Jace putting Cuban characters in? You think I won't do that with yours? I will look up lists of Filipino names. But at the same time, I will have to ask you how to pronounce them. That's the curse.
I've been trying to figure out a place to put this because I saw an article right before I jumped in. I'm just gonna say it now. I saw an article that said actors who sacrifice their beauty for their roles, and the first thing I saw was Jim Carrey as the Grinch.
The Grinch is beautiful.
in here somewhere, but I
Guys,
couldn't figure out where.
Whoever wrote there, I need to tell you, Jim Carrey's not beautiful. He's okay, but he's
How
not
dare you.
beautiful.
He's got a
heart.
beautiful soul.
He's does he?
No, that's Jesse McCartney.
Like I know he's insane, but like he's also like kind of insane.
He's definitely kind of insane. So like he's like recently gotten very much into art. And in the sense
He
that
is
like
insane.
yeah, like the art he's drawing is like I think he outright drew what was it? It was the fucking Italian dictator hanging. And like his granddaughter saw it and was like, "You're a fucking piece of shit." The granddaughter who's also a fascist. Mussolini, that's it.
Benito Mussolini.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is there a problem with
Is
John?
there a problem with that?
In my opinion, fuck no.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you started to explain it. I'm like, isn't it a good thing to hang dictators?
The first thing I saw in here is a drawing of like Ted Cruz burning in hell, and I'm like, Jim Carrey, you're yes, you're right.
You understood the assignment.
Exactly.
There's some other things that he's kind of crazy about that isn't as like aligned with our beliefs.
Like vaccines.
Yeah, anti-vaxxer I think was the big one. I was trying to remember.
He's into NFTs, which is gross.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Not sad.
So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Warning
Yeah.
sign. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Jimberly, what are you doing?
Anti-vax. I'm googling.
So many rich people
Google it.
anti-vax.
It's because when you have that much money, you can get whatever medicine you need, even when it means that everybody else can go fuck themselves.
That's fair. Oh, I saw a TikTok earlier that I'm probably going to end up sharing, but I want to give you a warning on how fucked it is. And it's related to this. It's
Oh,
a girl
boy.
sitting there, and it's got audio playing behind it that I cannot explain, so I'm not going to. But
Okay.
the screen text says, when you tell when your sister gets COVID, and you tell her if she dies, you get her PS5, and it's flipped to her face, and it flips the other side, and it's a box with her sister's ashes in the PS5.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Wha-
Christ.
I want you to know, I found that scrolling through funny goof stuff,
Well, sounds like you got goofed on.
but unrelated.
Yeah.
That's why you get vaccinated, kids.
You guys want to see a funny video of a kid falling, but like opposite,
Yeah.
so like flying up into the air? It's really funny.
Is it the one
Yeah.
you showed me or a different
Look.
one?
Jill, I
I've just put
gotta,
it in the
Jill, I gotta
chat
let you know.
PC. Yeah.
Anytime you bring up the idea of a child getting hurt, I'm going to say yes. Please show
Oh
me.
my god.
Please watch the video. It's so fucking funny.
Wait,
It is
Jill.
so funny. Yeah.
Two things. One, that is very amusing. Two, did you ever send the video of the baby?
The what?
The baby.
The baby. No, hold on.
Holy fucking shit! That kid got air.
Yeah.
Oh,
Intense
God.
air.
To share it with the group, just in case someone in chat would like to see it. I'm a mod. I can send links.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, yeah.
It took me a second. I had to remember.
That kid. That kid got a fucking like nearly triple their height. That's amazing.
I was
I
when I
mean-
first watched it, I was reading the comments before I watched the video, and the kid flew above the comment section. I was like, oh no!
Don't play with sound, please. Okay, there you go. Oh, he's. Oh no. Fucking- Woo!
Straight up into the air. Oh my god.
Fucking flung. Okay. I'm trying to, because it seems like this Filipino top has a couple different like general sleeve shapes, so I'm trying to
Ugh.
decide.
It does. It's very transparent too.
Yeah, which is going to be fun. And feel free to like make other suggestions or tell me I'm fucking it up or whatever.
The old razzle dazzle.
The old razzle dazzle.
I don't know why the baby falling is funny.
The second video is my favorite video ever. I've watched it 100 million times. I'm insane. The baby falls so fast.
So fucking fast. Where did the French fries come from?
Where did the French fries come from? I'm opening up Pinterest to. So...
Good job picking Connor.
Oh dear.
It's all so fast.
The kid went at fucking fast speed.
It's just gone.
We're so sorry.
I'm not.
No, I mean,
Oh, that-
for watching these, I'm sending the link to the other one too. Don't worry.
That took me by surprise. Ooh.
Okay,
It just happened so fast.
So sudden. It's like a one frame difference.
Oh, we're shitty people, but whatever.
Oh my god. And these are all of my TikTok likes, by the way.
I'm so glad that I fit in with you guys so perfectly. I'm just so glad.
Connor, excuse you. I spent all day sorting people's names out so I can give them free money. You're a bad
You're
person.
getting
I'm not.
paid for that. That's a job.
Shh. Don't point it out.
I think my name should be in the list.
Enroll.
Fuck no.
No, I also
Correct answer.
I also think that Jill's name should just be on the list.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I can find Jill's name in the accounts.
But and then put it on the list that says give them money.
I can't. That would be
Please.
fraud, and I go to jail.
Blame it on me.
We all make sacrifices.
say I did it.
Haha, so funny. Haha, just a joke. Haha, don't worry about it.
If you look at the government and you go, oops, they can't take you to jail. That's in the law.
Uh-huh.
Jill,
You look
I've
at
met
Joe
some
Biden
of the
and say
people.
it was just a prank, bro. They'll
It's
have
just
to
a
let you out.
prank.
Jill, I've actually met the people who are in charge of investigating college fraud.
Yeah,
They're terrifying. I don't ever want to meet them again.
I'll meet them. I'll take them out for a nice dinner while I apologize for committing fraud.
They were at a conference I went to. They gave an entire presentation on why you shouldn't commit fraud.
I mean, listen. What's a little bit of fraud between friends?
Yeah. I'll raise my hand at the end of that conference and go, I'm not convinced.
See.
Oh man, how do I? So I've been watching, your guys' stream and trying to catch up to the part where shit pops off.
Uh-huh.
Which is
I'm close.
22.
Yep, I'm like an hour and like 40 minutes into episode 20. I really did try to catch up before that, but man, life sure does happen. But
Yeah.
I really wanted to like make a list of all the things that Jill Azrot has said, and also Jill themselves have just said. But I'm like, how do I tell this person that I think they're very funny and cool without seeming weird?
That is Jill's favorite thing to hear.
Listen, I thrive on people thinking I'm funny. It's the only thing I've got going for me.
It's just I want to be like, hey, I think you're really funny and cool, and I can't wait to play a D&D game with you, but like in a way that's not like, oh, I'm weird. I've been really enjoying the way you talk.
I mean,
it's so chill.
I always kind of maintain. I think Jill is one of the funniest people I know.
It's just some of the ways the lines are just delivered is what makes them so fucking funny.
I will warn you now, if we keep praising Jill, Jill will leave, so we
If you
gotta...
guys don't stop being nice to me, I'm gonna
Wow.
leave.
Wow,
I
No
have
more
a-
horrible.
compliments.
How could you?
I have an equally awkward response when people say funny. It's like, well, humor is how I cope. I do a lot of coping.
Honestly,
Jill, here's a good answer. Thanks, it's from the trauma.
God, if that ain't relatable.
You know... Jolly, what... She said it was a Filipino. What chop are you having her draw? Because I don't think I know.
Ow.
The top you're drawing on our cat.
I'm not.
Uh,
The cactus.
I tried to say it earlier, and I don't think I impressed Jolly with my pronunciation.
Are you surprised by
No.
this, dear?
I do.
Jolly's
wanna
supposed to
try
judge
to-
us for all
white.
pronunciations.
I'm usually pretty good at like parroting if I can hear it again.
So
Uh
what?
huh.
You can hear the tone in that. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But Jolly, what is it? Because I want to Google it to see what it looks like.
Barotsaya.
Rosaya.
Barot.
How you spell that?
BARO apostrophe T SAYA.
Is this good?
I'm sorry, I
by-
had to say it with the accent. It kind of includes with the.
Yeah,
No,
Barotsaya.
you're fine. I love hearing it. Is this fine, by the way?
I mean, it's cute, yeah.
The cat's
Yep.
dancing to show tunes.
Cha-cha-cha.
What was that?
It looks
Josh?
like
I said you just have to make it see-through once you color it in.
Yeah, that's why
Well.
I did the sleeves and the little shawl thing
Yeah.
part on like in white on a separate layer so that it's easier to kind of manipulate.
who's getting manipulated.
And now we have to do the rest of the outfit.
Manipulate, mansplain, male life?
Oh yeah.
Those are,
I
those are
probably
really
have to fix
cute.
the face as well because I don't think I've really captured Gengar's. kind of-
Fluffiness.
yeah,
Also,
she's actually.
Jess, can you send me a screenshot of the shirt because Connor said 2 letters and I.
Oh, I completely lost it. I
Lost
ended up
it.
just looking at Filipino puffy shirt.
Hold on. I'll do it.
When you spell things out loud, you do have to go slow because I do have some sort of thing in the brain that's wrong. I don't
That's
know
fair.
exactly what,
It-
but
Oh,
it
What
just
is staying
like
in the membrane?
Yeah, I was gonna fucking say that. Shut up.
Inside of the brain.
I literally told my boss today, I said, you spell things too quickly for me to know what the fuck you're saying. So mood.
I just like
Guys, sometimes you just gotta realize you gotta pack it up, pack it in.
Let me begin.
I came to win. Mess with me, that's a sin. Battle me, that's a sin, I think. I am mad about that song because the Pittsburgh Penguins should have never changed it from being their goal song. I will die on that hill.
I mean, I can't speak for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I grew up a Bruins fan, and we won a lot of things, so I have no complaints.
I mean,
bu-
they are
Aren't
they are
the
currently number
Blackhawks
one in the
song-
league.
Is it
so-
Blackhawks that has the Lady Marmalade song as their thing?
What?
Hold on.
My
Jace, spirit of
body
Jace, wherever you
does-
be.
You're speaking
that's
into
not-
the
not
aether.
Yeah.
Jay said they might
No.
join, but
Last I
think.
knew, Becca, they were unless they changed it, it was Chelsea Dagger. for the
Chelsea Dagger.
Blackhawks.
Sorry, I got
They-
my song titles mixed up. Chelsea
They
Dagger.
do not deserve that song. That song is too good for them.
Wait.
Yeah, that
Shit,
song, that song
am
is
I-
too good for them.
my brain just realized.
Hmm?
I haven't been to Pittsburgh in a while.
I
You're not
am
missing
really,
much.
I am really mad because I was gonna go see the Penguins play the Rangers at MSG next month, and I looked at ticket prices and I went, "Holy shit!" And then I closed Ticketmaster.
Fair enough. 2 things. One, that is incredibly fair because, God, sports ball tickets. 2,
Well-
Connor, have you ever even been to fucking Pittsburgh?
I don't think I need to.
okay.
Oh,
First of all, it is an art city, so eat shit. Second of all,
hold on, Jill. Hey, Alex,
Yeah?
you live in Pittsburgh. Would you like to have some commentary on this?
Well, I just said the road's a labyrinthian. You'll never escape.
There you go. The road's a labyrinth and you'll never escape. So, you know, eat
also,
shit.
they filmed parts of Batman in there, so eat shit.
So I've never been to Pittsburgh, but I hear they have penguins, and I respect that.
They do have a zoo.
I was talking about the hockey team.
So,
I mean,
No.
there's a
Real penguin.
giveaway in Pittsburgh.
I
You
mean,
don't have to go see birds.
in fairness, New England has the Bruins, and like, I don't know about their gay population over there, but like, I suppose bears are nice.
Let me live.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know the gays LGBT statistics over in New England, and I grew up in New Hampshire.
I mean, I'm here. I'm queer.
March Avery.
Get used to it.
Actually, to
Hell
give more
yeah.
specifications, the Avery in Pittsburgh is the only national one because it is the largest one in the country and the only one independent indoor nonprofit aviary in the United States.
Oh.
If you don't like birds, they got
Can
a
you
zoo
tell that
like
I don't draw
Penguin Road.
furries that much? Is that
Yeah.
When
obvious?
Cody makes you.
It's
Well, I'm
fine.
helping.
You're not helping. Not right now.
No.
I'm
You need to
helping
learn.
you learn.
I want to learn because, like, a lot of
Money.
yes, no, well, okay. I don't want to draw like how, like, furries popularly draw. I want to draw like
With their cocks out?
anthro.
Yeah. Becca said hard no to porn.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well,
Look, there's a lot of cute artists that do furry art that isn't porn.
yeah,
Eh,
and I love that because
There's the thing where
there's-
you don't necessarily need to be an amazing artist to get a bunch of commissions if you can do it well enough. Because a lot of the really good commission artists for something require detailed reference images, which, if you can't draw, you need other artists to provide.
yeah, and
So-
one of my advantages is I can help, like, I can draw from description, because I'm just like I've really practiced at it.
Because Connor makes you draw a lot of NPCs.
No,
I will
because
say I don't make her do shit. She just does it.
I enjoy
Well, you
it very
ask
much.
her to, and she's like,
I don't
Well,
ask
I
either,
guess.
she just
I was
does
doing it before he asked me. I'm literally hosting a stream right now where, of my own volition, I am drawing.
I am put a
characters.
fucking gun to her head and tell her to
Becca,
do it.
make your little chat person blink twice if you need help.
She needs help for that reason.
I like this. But like, what was I saying? No, it's cause like I always like, I mostly draw nowadays, but I always considered myself a writer first. So like from the get-go, I was coupling my writing with my art. So I got really, really used to like kind of like in my head, like as I design characters, I'm describing them in words and vice versa, and like so like and mixing like words with imagery
God,
until
remember
it's
writing?
basically second nature now.
The only time I write is when I work on Monster of the Week or Glitter Hearts right now.
Yeah, I need to.
I
I need to
Damn it, I
write my
got
novel
fucking-
because I'm like
Yeah.
I'm about to turn 29, and I'm like, if I turn 30 without having a single
Don't-
completed
Don't
at
say
least like
that number.
at least first draft, I'm going to be so upset with
was
myself.
about to say, most people don't start getting published until their 30s if it makes you feel better.
It's not about the publishing at this point. It's about the completing. I want to be able to like put the end on like at least a draft, and then I can like use the Barnes and Noble thing to print it out, and then I can send it to all my relatives and be like, look, give me feedback, but also look. Yeah. Bop, 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 bop.
I have a goal I want to write. Meanwhile, I'm the same age, and I'm just like, I got K-pop stuck in my head again.
Go on.
I was going to say, does writing count if it's only fan fiction?
Oh, that's not where I thought you were.
I mean, 50
That
Shades
sentence.
of Grey got published and
Fucking-
popular.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that here.
Not
Talk
unless
about
you
the
want
source
like
material.
a. Yes,
Twilight.
we talk about
I
some
mean-
source
So talk-
material.
We also talk about something that came from Twilight, sort of, or at least is involved in Twilight. It didn't come from Twilight, it came from 9/11.
My
Oh.
Chemical Romance.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say that the way you pronounce the word came, I thought you were about to say Keemstar, and I was really curious about why the fuck he was being brought into this conversation.
Yeah.
Ew.
Now you've done it, so we're gonna move on.
That
I don't
fucking
know if I know
Noah.
who that is.
You shouldn't.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to.
You don't
Horrible
wanna.
guy.
He's just a cunt.
Oh, all right. I know plenty of those.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like I could write a decent fiction book, but it would never be a really amazing book, and so that kind of deters me.
That's a
Oh,
mood.
plenty of books don't need to be amazing.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, plenty,
back.
plenty of books
Most
aren't amazing,
Yeah,
but still get
most
popular.
are actually.
Yeah.
Look, fucking Lightlark got fucking published and
I don't know what that is
and
either.
promoted all over fucking Book Talk. I can get
look at-
published.
Just look at James Patterson's books.
James Patterson doesn't write his own books.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't.
And in fairness, I mean, the first 3 Maximum Ride books were really good.
The fact that you had to specify the first 3 tells me that there was a problem.
I mean, just
Well,
look at that
the-
one lady that writes really like bad fairy porn. I don't remember.
Oh
what
yeah,
her name
the
is.
Okay,
saga,
nice.
the Court of Rose and Thorns or some shit.
I'm more interested in the
Akapar.
works of a true author like Chuck Tingle.
Yeah.
That
Chuck Tingle.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, do you not know Chuck
You don't
Tingle?
know who Chuck Tingle?
No.
Are you serious? He was.
Everyone in
Yeah.
this group, do you not know?
How do you not know?
I don't know who fucking Chuck Tingle is.
I don't criticize anyone for. I don't judge anyone who doesn't know. It's just shocking that Connor specifically does not know Chuck Tingle because this is like.
What the
Here's-
fuck are these covers?
Yep. Welcome to the Chuck Tingle Club.
Welcome to the
The first-
Tingleverse, Mitch.
The first one I saw was. Where did it go? I just saw it. There we go.
Like-
My absolute
I-
favorite one is Trans Wizard Harriet Porber and the Bad Boy Parasaurolophus.
Harriet
no,
Porber.
Hold on.
I do not know who this person is either.
Cody, it makes a little bit more sense for you not to know.
Yeah.
But Connor not to know is weird.
Well, hold on. I like the book title. Meta pounds my butt well in an attempt to make everyone forget their unethical business practices after
Yeah.
rebranding, but folks remember anyway because altering your name isn't a substitute for real work. From 2-time Hugo Award finalist Chuck Tingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Donald Trump pounded in the butt by the handsome Russian T-Rex, who also peed on his butt and then blackmailed him with the video of his butt getting peed on.
I think I found my new favorite one, which is absolutely no thoughts of pounding during my fun day with this kind T-Rex because I'm aromantic and asexual, and that's a wonderfully valid way to prove love is real.
I like his Space Raptor series now. Butt Invasion, Butt Redemption, and Butt Ascension.
Tag yourself, I'm Butt Ascension.
I'm Butt Invasion.
Oh,
This
Jesus
one-
Christ.
This one really gets me. I don't know what this is, but I like it. Now, stick with me here. I'm gonna have to say a phrase a bunch of times.
Oh
But
no.
it's worth it at the
Okay.
end.
Alright.
Pounded in the butt by my own book. Pounded in
damn
the
it.
butt by my own book. Pounded in the butt by my own book. Pounded in the butt by my own book. Stick with me. Pounded in the butt by my own book. Pounded in the butt by my own book. Pounded in the butt by my own butt. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
It means he's written a lot of books about being
Wait,
pounded
hold
in the
on.
butt
I
by
like-
a book.
I like
It's one
his next-
book.
I like his 2-volume series, Not Pounded by Anything.
Me?
Technically, Jill, I could parse that out because I know English composition well enough.
Pounded in the butt by my own butt.
I was gonna say something and I lost it. Oh, I only subscribe to one writer almost exclusively at this point, and not literally, but you know, it's how I feel about them. And I'm gonna apologize. Their name in my brain fight a lot. Joran Zhao.
Yes, yes! I still
Shiran,
need to
yeah,
finish.
Shiran J.
I-
Zhao.
I only
I-
recently learned how to pronounce their first name.
Yeah.
I love them. I still need to finish Iron Widow.
You do because it's
I have-
fucking.
I have owned that book for like 2
The
years.
sequel's gonna come out.
Oh, fuck.
The Heavenly Tyrant. There's already a cover for it if you haven't seen it.
And I think they said, like, I don't know if this was a serious comment from them, but they basically said it's a requirement for every cover to be able to Photoshop a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc on the
Yes,
character, so they have to
yes.
have, like, their arm in a position.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
this
I
cover
could've
looks
passed them.
this cover looks so good. I gotta finish fucking Iron Widow now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don't read the summary. It will spoil things massively.
I just wanted to see the cover. Have you guys read their other book, the Dragon Emperor one?
No.
I
American
have not
Butt?
yet. I own it. I just haven't
Yeah, that one too.
gotten it yet.
Oh, Connor, that's the perfect book for you that Jill just sent.
Hmm?
My dungeon master is a T-Rex rules lawyer, but fortunately I rolled a crit on the pound my butt check. By Chris Tingle. Which Chuck Tingle. Apologies.
It's like the covers are very polished MS clip art.
Living inside my own
That's
butt for 8
what
years,
it's like.
starting a business and turning a profit through common sense reinvestment and strategic targeted marketing. What is
Yeah.
this fucking?
Incredible.
It's a Chuck
Seems
Tingle
straightforward
book.
to me.
Yeah, it tells you what it's about.
It's like
You're asking what it's about when it's right there on the...
it's the wildest like chain of thought naming I've ever seen.
No summary needed.
Mostly I'm impressed by how prolific he is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
He puts out a lot of books.
Well,
I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised.
definitely does not have any self-image issues.
I am Chuck Tingle. I write books about getting pounded in the butt.
He knows what he's about.
He knows his demographic.
Pounded in the butt by my Hugo Award loss. From Hugo-nominated author Chuck Tingle.
Oh god, I don't know what to do for like
Kill me.
shoes and this like
Shoes?
vase.
Why would a cat wear shoes?
Well, something on like the feet, because like usually when I draw tabaxis or something, I give them like a fake
Flip-flops.
shoe.
Hold on. Hey, Jill,
Yeah.
we need to find out what happens. Can you put a cat in shoes?
No, I value my life.
Good
I
answer.
mean, there are booties that exist for cats.
My favorite thing is the videos of dogs in those little booties where they do like the weird like flopping around with their legs because they don't know how to walk with them.
No, I second Jill. I've met all of Jill's cats, and I value their life.
One of my cats was so mean, the vet said to never bring her back.
Was it Olive or Cleo?
It was Olive. They were like, we will not see this cat again. I was like, understandable.
Olive is also technically feral.
She is feral.
She just lives in a house and gets fed.
Figuratively or literally?
Literally.
Literally. Like, she was a cat we brought inside, and she never adjusted to inside life, but now we just have her inside so she doesn't, like, get hit by a car. We can't pet her. She's completely feral. We've got 2 feral cats in the house. Both of them are black and white.
Rocky's not as, mean.
No, he is.
Is he?
Absolutely he is.
I guess I just don't ever
Let's not
see
get
him.
carried away here. He's horrible.
He's pretty bad. We can't catch him to take him to the vet so they can tell us never to bring him back. We can't catch him. He's too fast.
Like a fucking, like a competition for the day. Who can catch the feral cat first?
I mean, I am pretty good at, like, getting even the most unruly of cats to come close and behave.
These aren't unruly, the legitimate.
They are
now,
literally feral.
which
As
means
in, had no human contact. They are feral cats. I've had them for upwards of 8 years, and we can't pet them. There's no like, well, I'm good at cats. Like I've lived with cats my whole life. I'm good with cats. These are feral cats.
I think you've touched Olive maybe 3 times, and all 3 times were when the kittens were around.
Yeah, she had kittens, and that's when we could pet her. She was like, "You are keeping my babies safe. I trust you."
I
And then
will
we took
allow
the
it.
kittens away.
And she was like, "All right, the babies are gone. Bye."
Oh, see,
Never
you've
saw her
chosen
again.
death.
Yeah, I wonder whatever happened to some of those kittens.
Yeah, weirdly, your cat kind of looks like one of them.
I know, right? I mean, she's got the fur pattern of the dad, but her face really looks like Olive's.
Weird.
Kill Bill sirens.
Like, as a good girl, she's just skittish as fuck. Unless you have food, in which case, run. She can and will sit at your feet until you feed her and cry.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's not. Do you know how tiring it gets hearing a cat cry for like the 100th hour?
No.
Meow. Meow meow.
She'll sit there and cry for 2 hours until you feed her. Solid.
Ow.
See, here's the thing. I also cry for 2 hours if Becca doesn't feed me.
Honestly,
Yeah,
that's fair.
but you're less annoying sounding.
What,
What was that fucking laugh for? Excuse you? I want to fucking rub my ass on your pillow.
Top 10 anime
No, your
betrayals.
card's pink eye.
I know.
No.
Do you really want to deal with pink eye?
I don't have to deal with it.
Yes, you do.
You have
Good
to deal
lord,
with
do you know how,
me.
do you know how
You
easy
know-
it is to spread pink eye?
I was gonna say, you know how easy it is to intentionally give someone pink eye when you have pink eye?
Very.
You have any idea?
Jill, how many times have you
It's-
done it? Judging from this question, I have to ask.
Plead the fifth.
Nah. Wise.
Because when you touch your eye, anything you touch after that's infected.
See, I got
Oh,
pink
and I
eye a
think
lot,
that
but
is a lot.
it was when my
Mhm.
mom went to when my mom worked for an eye doctor.
Ew.
So the surfaces would be contaminated a lot, and I got pink eye really easily.
Ew.
Also, I was trying to look up traditional like Filipino shoes to go with the
Mm-hmm.
top. But I typed in historical Filipino shoes and it keeps giving me just like modern day sneakers and I'm like, no, hold on. Wait, I don't want Jordans. I don't want Jordans.
Historical Filipino shoes.
I found
Here are
a.
Converse.
I found some like paintings / drawings from like the. Forgive me, Barot Saya.
Uh-huh.
I cannot read. But like a lot of the illustrations and such are barefoot, except for these like,
They have bare feet?
No, that's a cat.
except for like these. I'm gonna call them clogs because I don't know the proper name, but they're like they remind me of the Japanese sandals actually,
Bless
because
you.
they're like
Sorry.
This fucking noise at the end.
because they look like.
Have you met Jolly?
They look like. They look like this.
You let the air out of the jolly.
Yeah, you have to take the air out like once a week, or else it gets really, really high pitched.
It's like someone sat on a fucking accordion.
Kirby, when he gets too high in the air and he has to let his air out because he can't fly no
Oh,
more.
I see.
You,
Could be
see,
that.
you see the shoes that I'm talking about? Do you know what these are?
Yeah. What are clogs?
Yeah, they're just clogs.
Clog, spelled C-L-A-W-G.
What? That's what they're
Clogs.
called.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I based that off that design, except the little. You might have noticed me sketch out a cat leg in profile. Cat shoes have to go here, so I kind of just shortened it to the first shape.
It's a little
If-
stub.
If a cat wore shoes, would he wear them like this or this?
Yeah.
I do love the image of a cat wearing people shoes and just having the rest of the shoe be sticking out behind their little toes.
I'm trying to think.
So,
I'm gonna pull open this like. No wait.
Remember, it was like the same thing with Haru.
Where's my girl?
true.
Like I'm gonna show. Like I did like this for shoes on this other Tabaxi
Aw.
group forever ago, and it's basically like it's not actually a shoe. It's more like an ankle wrap, but it's stylized like a little shoe.
It's a baby.
It's a baby. She's
It's
a fighter.
baby.
She wields a
It's a
great
baby.
sword.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes,
Yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes, yes.
So, yeah.
Little cat, big sword. Little cat, big sword.
Look
Eat
big
the
sword.
cat.
But this one
Die.
is a cleric, so I guess she gets a mace, but I don't
Is
know.
that a censure?
What?
The head of it looks like a censure, the thing that they use for like putting out all the smoke and the incense in a church.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck?
The
What do you mean?
the swingy thing that
know
they
what
swing
Yeah,
it.
it's a swinging thing. It's called a censure.
I didn't know they had a name.
Essential.
Oh, that
Oh,
little,
yes,
that
I know
little
what you mean.
thing,
I just
that
drew a
little thing you
ball.
can buy that's on a stick at the Yankee Candle that puts your candle out.
I will say this: this does make something from a book I read make a lot more sense now.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's-
No,
it's-
I know what you mean now.
Yeah, it's a censure.
It also
Um,
kind of looks like a plunger.
Okay. Well, initially, I just drew a ball. It's just a ball. I don't know what to do.
Can you make the end of the can you make the end of the staff one of those little plastic cat balls got bell in it?
Yeah,
Yes.
can you
Yes.
put a bell in that that cat ball?
Yes, I can.
You put it's one of them little plastic ones.
It needs
you know,
a
the
little-
ones you
it-
step on.
it needs-
and
It needs a few
shatters.
feathers.
Ooh.
Can you put
And
a
it could be
worm on a string on this thing?
I was gonna say
Oh.
on the other end a charm, like a weapon
the-
charm, but
what
it's
the
a
f-
little toy mouse.
Oh, Squirmel, that's what they're called.
Huh?
What?
Worm on a string. Another name for worm on a string is fucking Squirmel.
Oh.
Squirmel.
Sounds fake.
Interesting.
I've never heard this in my life. Where's my bag of worms?
Where's your bag of squirmels?
No.
Here, I'm not crazy. Here, Squirmel. Look at that.
Squirmel is what I named my Squirtle when he got a parasite.
Boo.
Gremlin is what I named my.
I don't like that this one is like poop green.
He's old. Leave him alone.
That's even more reason to bully him because he is old.
Grandpa Squirmel.
Poop green Grandpa Squirmel.
I'm
He's
sorry,
a
but
little sickly.
Grandpa
Child vomit
Squirmel-
green.
Oh, God. I'm trying to draw something cute.
Grandpa Squirmel looks like he got pulled out of a dog's butt.
Maybe it
Here,
did.
okay, fine. Here, have some younger, more vibrant Squirmels.
See,
Yeah.
that's the newer model.
Yeah, we had to replace Grandpa Squirmel. Don't ask where he is. You cannot see him again.
He went to the farm.
Yeah, we
Life
sent
is
him.
wonderful all the time.
We sent him to the Squirmel Zone.
The squirm zone.
Squirm zone.
Squirm Zone.
So many sluts, so little time.
What? What do you think the S in Squirmel stands for?
Huh?
How you feeling?
I'm gonna see Puss in Boots later. I'm gonna have popcorn for the first time in weeks.
Oh, I haven't had popcorn from an actual movie theater in years. I miss it.
This is the theme park.
Yeah, sure. Who goes to a movie theater that often?
Who didn't even do that?
Who would even?
Don't have any friends, okay?
I went to see the Batman by myself 4 times. You can go by yourself.
There's no movies I want to go see.
Puss in Boots.
Same, bro.
That's your problem.
I mean,
Alright.
sure.
It's not a jacket that I like very much. I want it.
Didn't someone make like an entire dress out of those worms on a string?
Probably.
Oh.
Well, get ready, Jill, because I'm
baby.
gonna draw Houdini as a Tabaxi
I mean,
next.
I'm surprised that Lady Gaga hasn't had a Squirrel dress yet.
I
May I
don't really
make
do those as much.
may I make a
She's
request? May I make a request for Houdini?
Later.
Okay.
I need to decide colors.
Not to
This-
be a what's it called? A Lady Gaga complainer. She's become too mainstream to do fun, funky dresses anymore. They don't let her do it
Aw.
anymore.
Does she not do
This
the fun
this
dresses
image
anymore?
Yay.
this image feels very powerful.
There's a lot of power packed in here. It's good. I feel like
Oh, I
that
know.
dress would be a textured nightmare.
Yeah, I feel like she should also probably plant some local flowers on that lawn.
Okay,
Don't
can you? Okay,
listen.
I don't know how I can tell by the background here, but I feel like this is in the desert. Like
Oh,
Arizona.
You can make a desert
Cactus!
garden, like.
I want a cactus.
There are.
Do you know how expensive plants are? Quick question.
Do you know how expensive
Do you know
plants
how expensive plants are?
It depends
No.
what kind.
They
Speaking
are
of some-
expensive.
I
Speaking
had
as
to
someone who spends a
research-
lot of time in greenhouses,
Yeah. Well, at one point I did research like basically desert gardens. Not the cost of them, admittedly, but there's a lot of plants that you can use because I was writing an article for a credit union in California, and they were like, we need an article about fireproofing your lawn / garden, and I was like, cool.
Yeah, very, very simple. Just do not set it on fire. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little hard in California.
If only it
Leave
was that
California.
easy, huh?
Ellie, what makes you say that?
Oh, I almost got evacuated because, half of the neighborhood was on fire.
Where
So
did this purple square come from?
What?
What?
What? Sorry,
What?
I'm working on something on my side. And a purple. Where do you fucking come from, cunt?
I feel like Connor
No.
is being haunted right now.
I'm haunted
ghoul.
by a lot of things.
So, speaking of cacti and working at greenhouses, if you purchase
How much does
an
that-
80-pound cactus
Uh-huh.
and have someone carry it out for you,
How far up
please
my ass
tip
can I
them.
bring it?
as someone
speaking-
who had to carry an 80-pound cactus out at arm's length to keep from being covered in needles, and the person was just like,
Bye.
thanks, and no tip.
I would have stood behind their car. I'd be like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving until you give me money.
Guys, good news. A saguaro cactus costs typically, well, it varies from height, but like once you get to the 8 to 20 foot range, a saguaro cactus costs $100 per foot. I could get an 8-foot saguaro cactus for $800.
They're also incredibly illegal to cut down in certain places.
Oh fuck no!
Yeah, the
Is
cactus I had to
it
carry out
illegal if you get
was-
caught?
They are endangered. Do not do that.
Yes, it is illegal if you get caught.
Damn it.
It's illegal if you don't
Listen,
get caught.
Guys, good news. I also just found the most disconcerting article ever. How to
Uh-huh.
skin a palm tree.
Palm trees have skin?
That was my thought. I was pretty sure it was called bark.
If you skin a palm tree, it starts to bleed.
I mean,
What?
That's
it-
not a palm tree. That's your uncle.
I mean, trees do bleed. That is what the sap is.
Effectively, yes, but it's not skin. It's bark.
But you can't bark a tree. You could skin a tree.
I could bark a tree.
I think
Yeah.
You can
Oh,
bark
okay.
at a tree.
Yeah.
you don't want to bark at a tree.
Every time I bark at a tree, though, the cops get called.
Charlie, why are you saying that? Do you know something that we don't?
No.
I will be barking at trees. Giggling, you're like, no.
Yeah, that really got me.
I don't know anything. You can't ask me that.
Blink
What?
twice if you're allowed to say what happened with barking at
We
trees.
can't see her fucking eyes.
I know.
That's not his question.
Let me make the joke. God damn it.
I'm just doing things.
Yeah.
So if anyone
Yeah,
has
I-
like
I-
a
I-
make this green,
I feel like Becca is here, and we're all like on the other side of the room having a conversation while she's trying to work.
Be quiet, guys. I'm working, okay? And then we come in and we're like, we'll be quiet, I promise.
Really.
I'm not on the other side of the room. I am feet away from her.
Yeah,
You're
and
constantly
if
picked up of it.
Ow.
if Connor yelled loud enough, there would be an echo.
Please don't. Gun emoji at Connor, please don't.
Out of respect for our eardrums and our friendship, because I will kill you.
Here's
Don't.
some sounds.
Don't what?
He crunching.
This
I can't believe Connor is eating a can. That's what's happening right now.
chomp.
It can't taste very good.
Crunchy.
The sweet dulcet tones of whatever the fuck that is.
Crunch.
Muncha, muncha, cruncha, muncha.
I also have a soda can. Should I crunch it? No. That's that goat brain.
Go brain.
Goat brain.
Alright, Grover.
That's that goat house. Eat trash, beat trash. Goat house.
I like goats. There's something about them. They're just like a little fucked up.
Is it the eyes?
Something about something, crave that mineral, or whatever the fuck that meme was.
Oh god, I'm teleported back all these years ago.
Don't make me think about Sixpence. Jesus.
I don't think about Sixpence when I think about the goats. I think about the goats on the side of the mountain. Yeah.
You.
Also, I just sent a picture. It's from the college that we went to, Jess, from and
God.
it's a high school student. They brought their art in today, and that's a fucking Hatsune Miku art for pigtails.
That's that one specific Hatsune Miku where she's just that.
I love it very much.
What
That.
is it?
Would
Is
love
Oh my god.
what? What makes it worse? The fact that I know what that is, or the fact that I know what it's called?
No.
What is it?
So it is. Oh fuck! This is officially recognized by Krypton, the people who made Miku. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh no.
Here you go. Yeah, Shite Anyo is a fan. No. Listen. First of all, I knew what it was called, so I was able to just Google the name. Shite Anyo is a fanloid, super deformed mascot character. She is acknowledged by Krypton Future Media Inc., the publisher of the character's vocal software for Vocaloid 2. So the people who made Miku are like, yeah, that's real. That's
I have
fine.
a question. Why?
Huh? Oh,
internet.
She's a leg up above the competition.
Shut up.
I need you to leave.
I really thought this was a diabolical creation for the mind of a high schooler, but no, they're just a fucking weeb. I guess that's
Which
pretty
is worse.
diabolical.
Which is worse.
Pretty... Oh my god. This creature.
I don't know what's worse. The fact that it could have come from a normal person's brain, or that there's a fucking
Well,
weeb in the school.
It came from
you
someone's
want to
brain.
know? You want to know what is worse? The two of them stacked on top of one another like a snowman. One's legs, one's arms.
Here, you want to know what's worse? This one.
Using a
this
set
one
of
right,
fucking grippers for hands.
This one right here.
Oh
Huh?
no. Okay.
Look at her soulless eyes.
These don't bother me as much as you would think.
I like her, I think.
She's good. I like her. Please don't hurt me.
She's in my house. I mean, I like her very much.
As an autistic, I don't see anything wrong with the eyes because I'd never look at them.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's the autism.
Speaking of things that are spoken from like out of fear, I remembered this specific Tumblr meme yesterday. Here you go. Relax. The clunk in the elevator will not harm you.
Harm you! I like the
Yeah,
exclamation marks.
I'm sorry. You're right. I forgot the exclamation. Harm you.
Harm
What's
you!
with all the periods? Like,
Boomer wrote that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they just be texting ellipsis and giving us heart attacks.
So, as a quick story that's similar or related, I guess, to that kind of thing, I lived in a really sketchy a dorm room my first year of college. The elevator did clink at every floor.
Don't worry, it won't harm you.
no, same.
That was the same building that, by the way, the fire alarm didn't go off when there was a drill on my floor.
Oh, fun.
So we just stayed there, and then our RA came up and was like, "Why didn't you guys leave?" And we're like, "It didn't go off." And he went, "What?"
Huh?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
They closed that door 2 years after I moved out. So
yeah.
it was us old as fuck.
Alright, I can. I can move on from that through.
Baby. Baby.
So,
Baby.
Well, there's a
the-
Gengar.
the
Hey,
one
you little
year,
fart demon, get over here.
the one year that I did like stay on campus, the dorms had an elevator that was from the 1950s.
Nice.
It was one of the kinds where you had an inner gate to the elevator and an external gate. And every time it started up, it would like shudder.
I don't like that.
It would shudder.
That was the
fall.
diesel engine starting up.
It would shudder, fall about an inch, regardless if it was going up or down, and then like jerk the first foot a few times before it started actually going.
I mean, listen, if I was from the 1950s and my only purpose was to go up and down like up and down floors, I would also make clunking noises.
Look, if I was from the 1950s and my only purpose was to go up and down the stairs, I would also jerk on the first foot.
Alright.
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 Becca, is there any way we can kick Connor from the...
Hey!
Yes.
Actually, yes, because Becca is the one who started this.
Oh no!
God.
Your
Becca, you have
players,
power.
I do.
Your players,
I'm
they
the
formed
manager
a
of this
union.
Discord.
However, the problem
Choose
then
wisely.
would be Connor would come over to Becca's
Choose
mic and
wisely.
start yelling into it.
Yeah, I can't kick him out in real life.
I'll eat you.
Yeah.
Hey Jill. What?
Yeah.
What class would Houdini be?
Um.
Sweet baby, sweet
Barbarian.
stinker.
Jill, didn't
He
you
has-
do...
Huh?
I think you.
Didn't you do the test at one point? The,
Yeah.
I did the test. I got barbarian, but I really don't know if Houdini would be a barbarian
What would you
because
like
she's
to
kind of chilled out a little bit. She cuts me a lot, so maybe a rogue.
hello?
Hello?
Huh?
Oh, it's a show.
Hi, Michelle.
Oh,
See,
Hello?
we're just gonna continue filling at the bottom of this. until...
Michelle's hiding.
I just got
Can I
out of,
see me?
I just got out of the
This is
meeting
small.
of the cult meeting of the cult I left 20 years ago.
What?
AKA
Ah.
I just
The
came
Catholic
back from
Church?
that.
Catholic Church.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
I like that me and Jess got that immediately.
So
I
did
forgot.
Jill.
I forgot.
Well-
AKA Catholic Church, yeah.
Yep,
To be fair,
yep.
I also do remember saying you were going to mass today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I remember.
I just remembered that she was Catholic.
Was.
Fair enough.
Was.
Was. Grew up. I
Oh, that's the appropriate height for Michelle.
Yeah, that's the appropriate.
I have forgotten how truly how culty a mass is. Jeez.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes you just dissociate and just forget you're in a fucking church for like 3 hours, and you're like, oh great.
I will
And I
say,
go
Oh,
home now.
God, that sounds
the
so
worst
fucking
part
boring.
is that like the church
is.
doesn't have the decency to look like a church.
That's why I
Like,
tend to
we're-
dissociate a lot because I'm just like, huh.
The church didn't even have the decency to look like a church. Like it looked
What?
like it looked
What?
like okay. You know how churches are like very like the church I grew up going to had like really nice pews, had stained glass windows, the whole 9 yards. Like it wasn't like super nice, but it was like nice. This church looked like an auditorium with like one stained glass window at the very like front. That's it. Like you could take everything out, and the only thing that you know that it was a church is literally the like stained glass window. Like the pews weren't even screwed to the floor. Like you could move the pews. It was so
In honor,
Did you?
Take one.
Yeah.
in honor of Jesus and the tax breaks we get.
I should have.
That really makes you think. Like, if that's what their church looks like, what are they doing with all the money they get?
Oh, you know.
They're just pocketing it. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Oh well, no. Like okay, I'm saying all this stuff. I can be very loud because my mom is not here currently. She had to go drop off my grandmother, so like, she would be so pissed if she heard me saying any of this. But whatever. Not only like to get like my dad's name mentioned, which is why we went, like to get like prayers said for him. My mom had to pay like $15, right?
Oh.
If she wanted the full mass just for him, it was like $300 or some shit.
Yep.
Ugh.
I'm like,
Jesus.
it's like
Churches are, guys.
I hate it
Ugh.
so much.
I grew up religious and I still don't understand.
My father intentionally split away from the church, and thankfully he did it at a very young age. Right about the same age, and I'm realizing this as I'm saying it. Right about the same age that I was when I became a bit of an asshole and realized I didn't like authority. So this makes more sense now.
Things are
But
really
he
adding up.
basically, yeah, well, he basically was questioning the
Math
church
is
and just going,
mathing.
"Why are we doing this? This doesn't make sense. Why? Like that's not right." And also, when the priest just kept saying you needed to be a good Christian soldier and didn't give a real explanation, he decided he was done.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh,
That's-
you know.
That's Catholicism, buddy. That's Catholicism.
And the fact that my dad wasn't even like really religious, like this was for my mother. This was not for my dad. Like this was so my mother could have like that, like not that she's like she needed like the religion part. Like she's more religious. Like she's the most religious person in the family. Like the 3 kids, me and my brother and my sister are all like sitting there. And we're all just like, this feels fucking weird. We were sitting in a different pew for my mother. My mother was sitting like further, like she wasn't sitting near us, so she couldn't hear us. We were whispering very quietly, obviously, and we were just like, this is weird. It felt so weird to be in there. They've also changed responses since I've been to church.
Oh
Like,
no!
And also with you.
I literally have not been to a mass since before the iPhone was invented. That was the last time I went to church.
Since before the what?
The
iPhone.
Oh, I thought you said something.
Eiffel.
I
Yeah,
also
that's-
thought you said Eiffel, and I was like, yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, I haven't
was
been
like
to
before the
church.
Eiffel
since the
Tower?
I
Eiffel
literally
was
have not been to a
erected.
church since 2008. I'm not even.
Right.
Like my brother
That's
graduated high school, and like they had a mass when he graduated high school because we went to Catholic school, and then I have not been to a mass since then.
The only reason
My-
I, a non-Catholic, know that the response changed is because of John Mulaney. Go
Yeah.
ahead, sorry.
Same.
I so I was never religious, thank God. But like my grandparents
The
were.
irony in that statement, dude.
Shut up. So my mom basically promised my grandma that me and my brother would do our confirmation, and then we would be done with it forever if we wanted. And I was like, all right, okay, I'm fucking pissed because it's like you're in elementary school and you gotta wake up at like 8 a.m. on a Saturday to go to the stupid classes or
They
whatever.
should
Where
have communion.
no, the communion's like the one you do when you're like in like 3rd grade.
Okay.
Confirmation's the one that you do in like high school. So I had to put up with that shit till I was like 16 or 17, and then I did it. Yeah, then I did it, and my
confirmation in 8th grade, but yeah.
I think it was 10th grade. I don't remember.
No, it's possible. Yeah.
It
The
varies.
The
It really
point
does
is,
vary.
I did it, and then my mom was like, "All right, you're free. You don't have to do it anymore." I'm like, "Thanks. That was a meaningless gesture."
Quick question.
Uh
What saint did you choose?
huh. Michael.
Interesting.
Wow, I just got
The
judged.
choice will be
I'm
judged.
not even Catholic. I just assumed the gay man would have picked the gay saint.
There's a gay saint?
Sebastian?
Yeah, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Want to know why I know that's the gay one?
Uh-huh.
Because it's fucking Jesus.
I was not openly homosexual back then.
Neither were they.
The only reason I knew that was the gay saint because of how much skin he was showing. Ayo.
Heyo.
Also,
Kippy.
For the
Becca,
Yes.
I added a sleeper agent song to the playlist before you added it's right before A World Without Danger in the playlist. So I just, if you just wanted to play that
okay,
at some
okay.
point. It's a
I don't
sleeper
know
agent.
if that's the A World Without Danger that I'm thinking of.
I did notice that when I was looking at it earlier, and I was like, who added that? It's like, I didn't
It's
know.
me. It's a sleeper agent.
I'll play
Don't worry
it next
about
for
it.
you.
But
So-
by the way, if you guys didn't know, there was another there was a saint that is skinless and is wearing his own skin.
Oh.
Yeah. It's Saint Bartholomew.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, that good old crazy Saint Bart. You know, well, he's
Damn
just
right.
wacky. He does what he wants.
So, can I ask a quick question about the cats while you design?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they girlfriends?
Those
I
wrong to
don't know
choose.
this other. These are real cats. I don't know this other cat.
I was like, my impulse is to say yes, but Jen isn't here, or at least if she is, she's not talking. So I don't.
Houdini's never met Gengar. I don't know if they like each other. I'm not gonna force that on my cat. Where are you?
So I
They
think
need
the
to
answer
grow to
that we're
love each
getting
other
is
over the course of a campaign.
yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the answer I'm getting is no at the moment, but you know, who knows? Who's to say?
Jill, is this good for? It's like, does this remind you of Houdini? Does this look like Houdini? Obviously, the coloring's not there, but
that cat is fucking stanced up. I think it's gonna kick my ass.
well, I was
She
waiting
will.
for we got caught on conversation, but Jill never gave me a class. And
I said it got covered up by everyone saying hi to Michelle. I said rogue.
Rogue. Okay.
Yeah.
May I make a request on the kind of rogue?
I'll
Nissan.
leave that up to Jill.
Okay.
This is their
Nissan
cat.
rogue.
This is my
Becca, scrap the drawing, draw a car.
this is my OC for D&D. A
It's a
Nissan
car.
Rogue.
This is a quick aside. Connor, finish your thought and then I'll say mine. Sorry.
You're okay. So in Pathfinder, there's a kind of rogue called a knife master rogue, and all they do is they specialize in using knives for sneak attack, and they get D8s instead of D6s. And the best build for that is just to have a bunch of fucking knives on your person. So let's just give Houdini a bunch of fucking knives as bandoliers.
That's just
Counterpoint.
Dio from JoJo.
Yes.
Counterpoint. Claws.
Also, yeah, claws too. Also
Because
claws.
Houdini scratches the shit out of me.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
in real
seen it.
life.
Same cat. I literally have new scratches on my hand from my cat yesterday.
I can never see my scratches because I don't pay attention, so the way I find them is really fun. I have this compulsion to always put hand sanitizer on because I'm obsessed with being germ-free. So it's really fun to find the cat scratches when I put hand sanitizer on.
I'm a little bit of a fucked up dude. I like that feeling. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, I have that.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's good. Means I get to feel something for once.
Yeah, fair.
I feel alive.
In fairness, I think there are. I can't remember where I heard this, but like men show higher, bigger signs of pain-seeking tendencies or masochistic tendencies, or they will feel pain and be okay with it.
That
And like
explains
That's
all
just
the-
because all AFAB people are born with a higher pain tolerance. So
I mean, but men are also very much wusses when it comes to real pain.
They're such babies.
Yeah.
Connor
I
gets
will
a
say,
headache
though,
and he's like,
that-
ooh.
that does explain all.
my
the-
headaches.
I
all
need
the
to take up
tattoos.
work. I have a headache.
Hey, I need to point out to you, my headaches they're literally headaches that are behind my eyes that I can't stop. Thank you.
I mean, to be
used to
fair,
get-
all of your head is behind your eyes.
This is
for
true.
the first let's see, it was about 5 or 6 years of my schooling, so like middle school to like early high school, I used to get migraines every day, debilitating, like nausea-inducing migraines. I went to school every single day. I told the doctors, they thought I had a brain tumor, and they did an MRI, and they were like, "No, you're just kind of fucked up," and they were like, "Well, we can't get rid of them," and I was like, "Whatever." I lived with them this long, and I lived with migraines for like 5 years.
Wasn't it like,
That's
but
why-
didn't it like turn out to like be caused by your glasses being wrong or something?
I
Is
didn't
that
have glasses
related?
at that
Oh
point.
no, so that wasn't related. You were just fucked
Yeah,
up.
I was just kind of fucked up. And nothing I took would get rid of them. I took pain
Wow.
meds that I probably shouldn't have been taking.
Yeah.
I took ibuprofen. I just,
Did you try like
The-
increasing your salt intake or some shit? I don't know.
Oh, I've always been a salt fiend.
Okay.
Always.
Delicious.
We're
Sauce.
circling back to that first conversation.
Damn right.
Yum yum pickle juice. Gotta drink it up.
I only really mention when I have
Also, Jill, you can
headaches
stop me
and
at any time if I
migraines
draw
when
something
it-
that you think is stupid.
yeah,
No, you're
when
good.
it actually has physical effects like my vision is going blurry or I'm having difficulty hearing things, so I'm feeling incredibly nauseous because of this. Otherwise, I just say, I have an air pressure headache and I took something for it, so it should be good soon. And
Yeah.
because
Here's the thing. There's one thing that I also need to point out about me. if I have a good enough excuse to not go to work, I'm not going to go to work. I don't
That is so fair.
No, that's
I
so
don't
fair.
really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work.
But
That's
To
not
say.
Damn right.
debilitating,
Can you
it's-
blame me?
see, the thing was, back when I had my migraines, it was never a like, oh, I could just skip school for this, right? Oh no. It was, are you dying?
Go to
No,
school.
you're going to school.
Yeah,
that sounds
same,
about right
chief.
for school.
So
Yeah.
that leads me. Okay, that's gonna lead me to the story about when I had to get my appendix taken out.
Uh-oh.
No boy.
Yeah. So this is back when I was working in retail. I was working in a hardware store. I didn't like the job. My boss was a dickhead. Fuck you, Ken. You're a fucking piece of
Yeah.
shit. You're retired too, so I don't care. You have no say on my occupation or my future employing prospects. So fuck you.
Fuck you,
But-
Ken.
Yeah, fuck you, Ken. We know who you are, you piece of shit.
No, he
Fuck you.
was literally just the most petty, unpleasant man to deal with. And the moment things became bad, he would start taking it out on other people. But I was there. I was at work, and at the end of the day, I remember sitting behind the registers and being like, my side hurts a bit. I kind of looked at the assistant manager Ray, he was a good dude, and I was like, hey man, my side hurts. And he was like, did you like pull something? Because we would have to, bring in like pellets and stuff like that. I was like, no, I don't think so. He went, okay, well, keep an eye on it. And like I was an hour out from work, so no big deal. I just kind of toughed it out, and I got home, and it was one of those days where I was just really tired, so I just went to bed. I didn't eat. I just kind of shrugged and went, all right, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Middle of the night, I'm awake, and I am in significantly more pain at this point. And at that moment, I'm like, okay, there's a real problem now. Because like it was enough that I was like, I've been woken up by it, and I don't get woken up by pain that much. So at that point, I got a hold of my dad, and I was like, Dad, I think we need to go to the hospital. There's a problem. And my dad had just been woken up, which he didn't like, and it's fair. So he was kind of like, oh, you're fine. Just go back to bed. And at this point, my parents are divorced. So I was like, okay, he's not listening. I'm going to have to do the thing I really don't want to do. So I called my mom, got my dad out of bed, and they finally brought me to the hospital. They brought me in, and by the time they were pulling out my appendix was about to burst.
Oop.
Yeah. But I was like, I honestly was not thinking about the pain for the longest time. Like I slept fine with it, and it only really started to bug me like towards the very end of it, and that was like a few hours later they had to pull it. So I think at that point it was in a pretty bad shape. But it's just if I had just ignored it, I would have gone to school the next day.
And this is why you get regular checkups.
Yeah, well, the problem is the appendicitis is one of those things that you don't typically notice.
Yeah.
When it happens, it just happens, and you're fucked. You have to deal with whatever's gonna happen next,
Yeah.
which is bad.
But going to the
Oh, God, sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, if you need an idea for a little charm thing or whatever, like with
Oh, yeah.
A gun.
Gengar, I'm sending you a set of toys that Houdini has. The shrimp is her favorite.
Shrimp. Oh,
The little
shrimp.
shrimp at the top.
Shrimp.
Oh.
It's a little shrimp, and she's put
Shrimp.
holes in it. She'll roll with it.
She said, "Where are my shrimps?
Little shrimp.
She loves shrimp.
Where are
Little
the
shrimp.
shrimps?"
So cute. Oh my god.
Little shrimp.
one of my uncles stopped seeing a doctor when he turned 17.
Oh.
Good plan.
He was a geologist, and at the age of, I think it was 47, he finally went to the hospital after essentially collapsing, and had stage 5 cancer
Oh.
that had spread to basically every single organ of his body.
Holy.
Holy shit.
That'll do it.
Let's go to the doctor.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't make it, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's
That's...
like see a doctor.
Hold on, wait. What kind of cancer was that? Because like there aren't many types of cancer that allow for stage 5. Typically it's 4, and then you're fucked.
Well, he had
like Wilms tumors.
He had 4 different types of cancer.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my
And
god.
they had
Christ.
and they had like spread and didn't even know which one was the one that had spread because it was so bad. Here's the other thing. He worked in a uranium mine.
Oh,
And still didn't see. He worked in a uranium mine for 8 years and still didn't see a doctor.
motherfucker was glowing.
This was before they fully knew, before and during the discovery of all of the issues of exposure to radioactive substances.
That man saw Chernobyl and went, nah, not me.
No, that's fine. Jesus
Like,
Christ!
the timing of that statement of like, oh yeah, they found like stage 5 cancer. There were like 4 different cancers. Obviously, he didn't make it. Also, he worked in a uranium mine.
By the
Like,
way,
I feel like that should have preceded.
It's like, oh, that
I forgot to
preceded the entire
mention.
thing.
it kind of explains how that happened, actually.
that explains how we got the cancer originally.
Because I was like, how do you get 5 cancer, or whatever.
The
4
other
cancers.
side of it is both of his parents had smoked.
Good old
Father
asbestos-lined cigarettes.
father had smoked 3 packs a day from his teens up until he died at 76. The mother had smoked 2 to 3 packs a day for most of that time and then cut back eventually because of it was affecting the cat she had later in life. That's
Okay.
why she quit cold
Okay.
turkey.
Love that. That's so valid.
She died at 87. Neither of them ever had cancer, not a single tumor. So the genetics were very, very against cancer. That was just how
Except for the guy in the
much
fucking...
exposure and then letting it just go.
Just fucking stewed in that man.
When you don't see a doctor for like 30 years.
Uh-huh.
I love Houdini as a rogue.
Yes?
Baby.
Rogini?
I also really like how you spelled rogue, Becca.
Yeah.
Riaug.
Did you
was
see how I
gonna
spelled cleric
suggest-
too?
I was gonna suggest ROWOGUE. Rogue.
That's good.
Rogue?
Rogue.
It was really hard to think of a rogue cat pun on the spot, so
Rogue.
you'll have to
Da-da-da-da.
forgive me.
God damn it.
You gotta wake up earlier than that to beat me to a joke.
You gotta be quicker than that.
You gotta be quicker than that.
You
Why
almost
did
got
you...
it.
Why?
Huh?
Nothing.
Dave, you never seen the commercial?
I know what the commercial is, but you didn't say it like the commercial.
That's what he
You
does.
said-
That's what he does. You gotta be
He's got
quicker
the
than
fishing pole.
Hmm,
You gotta be quicker than that.
That's
No, he said it like, they gotta be quicker than that. It's like, come on, honey.
that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do it perfectly.
Perfectly.
I can't think of
Sorry, you
pants.
said it like that and it made my brain itch.
I hate designing pants, guys. I love designing characters. I hate
you
designing
what?
like the bottoms of outfits.
Just do what I do, shorts and then like the little hangy middle skirt thing. Like a loincloth, but different.
That,
But long.
hey, I feel called out because that's just how I designed my character.
Butt capes.
It works! If it works, it works!
It
I love
works.
it!
Listen,
It is a
very
really
valid.
good look.
He has goat legs. He doesn't need pants.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I think of very detailed character descriptions. Clothing is like, I don't know.
Listen, you don't need clothes, okay?
I wear very simple clothing myself.
I know.
I
Every
almost-
day I wear jeans and a t-shirt. Like,
I
Oh,
almost
yeah,
just suggested the dumbest thing for these shorts for a rogue. I was gonna say put bells on it. Then I was like, wait, no.
I
I can't do that.
I did want to hang like something from these, but I was
Wait.
like,
Wait.
Mhm.
No, Jill, that's actually brilliant. It's a calling card.
What is-
you've seen Bleach, right?
Where you
Yeah,
make your
the first
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, Kenpachi's his
Kenpachi!
Kipachi Zaraki, yeah, I know.
Although this
It's
does
like-
give her Jester
I put
vibes, but
bells
that's
on my
maybe not
hair.
a bad thing for you.
He's a fucking clown, so it works.
I mean, to be fair, jesters are at circuses and so are magicians.
So,
Okay.
Her name is Houdini.
Okay. I was like, alright. What's your point?
That was a solid
It took me-
pause from nobody
I
talking.
gotta leave now, guys. I think it's time for me
embarrassing
to leave.
Long time.
I was like,
uh,
a wizard, where are we the magician?
I'm really proud of that one, actually. Thank you.
Are you?
Yes. Connor, I'm proud of every bad joke I make. Nothing will make me feel shame for my jokes.
That's fair.
By the way, Jill,
so valid.
I'm working on a new mask for Rot right now. I think you'll like
Warning.
it.
That was a warning.
You mask for God.
Shut up, I know.
Last thing, don't put a hat on my boy, I'll kill you.
Look, it's a mask. It's got teal on it. It's got green. You'll like it. I'm fucking sure of it.
Have a very, very
debating.
important question.
Yeah.
Are you designing a tiny one for Frog?
Yeah,
so
I
important.
only will take it if there's two. If there's a little one for Frog, too.
I think that's actually not impossible considering the
They have-
circumstances.
They have to match. It's legally, it's required by
love
law.
that.
They're little
I-
babies.
I know where this could be gotten from, so it's not impossible actually.
Also, I just realized I don't know if Frog is Rot's therapy animal or if Rot is Frog's therapy animal.
Just on the day.
They both
I don't.
they both have anxiety.
They both are very dependent on each other. Two little guys. they help. My little dinguses.
Does...
you have a nice relationship with your family.
Listen, I told you. All you gotta do is give Ruben a gun.
Yeah, I don't want to give him a gun. He bit me.
He would solve all of our problems immediately, but the
Doesn't know
rest of
why.
the 100 sections is gonna be us taking the gun away.
Here's the thing. Rot needs a very handsome, kind, well-spoken man
Oh,
who
don't we
has
all?
a pet ferret.
Yeah, don't we all?
Does speak with animals work on familiars?
No.
No.
They're not.
I would love to see the conversation between Fizzy and Frog.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I really
familiars
do.
are not beasts, and
Yeah,
Yeah, they're-
unfortunately.
they're fake.
Like even in base Dungeons and Dragons, they're not actually beasts. They're celestials,
think-
fae, or demons.
Where is
Personally?
the spell talk to fucked up little guys?
Yeah,
First-
personally,
look-
I think it's dumb. Can't talk to familiar with, speak with animals. Stupid. Dumb.
But-
You
Bad
can
rule.
pretend to know what they're saying and think
Yeah.
of it as puppycat.
What is he saying, Yug?
Let me double check. Let me check one thing real quick.
I
Any-
want to be able to talk
Uh,
to my little failwit.
anything else you
the
want to
thing
add to
here-
this, by the way, Jill?
Hold on, I'm going back. I was going to look for the big book meme. You know the
Oh,
one.
the big book of bits and bobbins?
No.
Thing is, the familiars understand language, but they can't speak it, which means they can't
So
speak
what we need
telepathically
to
and
do
talk
is
for
teach
tongues.
Frog to write.
Yeah, I was honestly just looking through Find Familiar at that moment in time, thinking, does it make any mention of them not being able to read it?
I asked once if Frog could read, and you told me no.
I did. I said no because I think at that moment you were like, you wanted Frog to read for you and then come back to you.
No, I was just asking if Frog could read. I literally said, "Can Frog read?" And you said no. And I said, "Okay. What if I pretend Frog can read?" And you were like, "That's fine." And I said, "Great."
There's
You
nothing
told
wrong
me
with
no.
I'm pretty confident you could teach them to read. I think that's entirely viable, but it's just that they
Can I
can't
teach
speak.
Ruben how to write?
Do you want that?
God.
Do you
I'm
really
afraid
want
of what
that?
he would have to say.
I want to know what he can write.
You just said fuck.
So I think if you teach Ruben to write, he's not gonna write with like a pen or a pencil. He's gonna put together ransom notes, like with the letter cutouts. It's gonna. Here are my demands.
Ruben refuses to write normally. He only writes with scraps of newspaper.
Also,
So-
Becca, it looks good. I'm happy with it. Nothing to add.
Technically speaking, you could teach them to recognize patterns, and in that way, recognize words. But anything that wasn't hard trained into, they would not be able to learn on their own. Like, people are able to learn new words through reading. The
Speak for
familiars
yourself.
would not understand the concept of
Speak
that
for
new
yourself.
word without being taught.
So yeah, like in theory, you could teach Frog how to read.
I now know what
Alright.
Rot will be doing for the next 100 sessions.
Sorry, the bitter taste of Can Frog read no is still stuck.
All right, look here. I barely remember saying
And
that.
now all of a sudden you're suggesting it like it was your idea. Typical of a man.
No, it's typical of an
Fizzy?
idiot that forgot the things he said.
Poor Fizzy can't read. And I thought,
Teach
well,
Frog to read, and then I'll teach Fizzy to read.
okay.
I was gonna say you have made zero attempt to learn to read.
No. Okay, what I'm imagining, you have a little classroom set up, and there's Fizzy on a normal-sized desk, and Frog in a miniature desk. And
doing
Frog
the
is the
class.
one who is the star student and keeps getting the A.
Yeah, he's so smart.
And Fizzy is just like,
Frog
well, I
has
don't
to help
understand
Fizzy
it.
on her homework.
Wait, can I point something out that makes that even funnier?
And Ruben is the kid eating paste in the back.
Yeah. Can I point out
Fucking
something?
Frog writes out, "Teacher, Fizzy ate my homework."
No.
I need to
Jess,
point
say
out
what
to
you're gonna
all of
say.
you.
Jess.
You mentioned letter grades. Neither of them would understand what those were at first.
Yeah, I know.
No, absolutely not.
Um,
I'm not sure how the fur works on Houdini's hind legs.
So wait, if they can't read, are we to assume that they don't know math?
I
You
mean,
didn't say
this-
that.
I feel like knowing math and knowing how to read are actually different things.
I know,
I
I
would-
know they are,
like,
but
you
like
can-
the problem is that like there's never a point in any of D&D, and I realize this is an incredibly like obtuse and particular thing to be talking about. They're never mentioned like knowing math or numbers.
They understand. I think that they would understand simple algebra, but not
be
any
nice.
representation of it.
Damn.
can I make a comment here?
Sure.
Which is, if a wasp can understand the concept of zero, I'm pretty sure a familiar knows how to count.
Wasps understand the concept of zero?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I think.
I've talked about this a few
Yeah,
times.
I
It's
think
one
they
of my
would be able
favorite fun
to
facts.
at least like count.
Like you would.
So what I'm hearing is Frog has to teach Fizzy how to count.
Yes.
Well, a familiar would understand. You have one of something. You get another one of it. Now you have two of them. They would not represent the. They would not understand the numerical representation of 1 + 1 = 2.
They understand the concept, not the symbols.
Yes,
Yes.
and you would not be able to teach them anything like fractions or imaginary numbers or things like that.
You
Cody,
can't
I-
teach me imaginary
Yeah, I was
numbers.
Cody, I barely know imaginary numbers.
Never imagine. Please,
Don't
not-
ask questions you don't want the answers to,
Actually-
Michelle.
I mean, imaginary numbers are
That's true.
actually
I don't
quite
want the answer to
simple.
that. You're right.
It's
It's
a lot
They're
like
easy.
imaginary places, just minus bus driver.
well, they're easily represented by having an XY plane, and X is the integers, and Y is imaginary numbers on the interval of I.
Cody,
You
Because
lost me 20 minutes ago.
Bro.
Cody, you might as well be
you
can-
speaking
lost me.
Simlish right
Fully,
now.
you lost
you can
me.
represent
Oh,
them
did someone say
easily with a
Simlish?
circle.
At me.
And
I
where
think I would
any
understand
number,
Simlish more.
I think
any
I.
Oh,
number
yes.
on that circle
He's
square
drawing a
equals
cat.
1.
Yeah, Jill, you can't understand Simlish. Want to know why?
Becca,
Huh?
Lo siento.
Siento, mighty.
Lo siento.
The best part is I was intentionally saying that in like the most egregious California surfer dude voice, and y'all motherfuckers immediately went, "Oh, Simlish."
Jill, Houdini has
Also-
green eyes, right? Are they like?
Let me check, Kitty.
They're like a. Hold on, let me go to my
Are they
favorites.
like are they like the yellow green cat?
They're like
eyes?
a yellowy green, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Sort
in
of
this exact picture, they kind of just look like booger green. And I'm
Ew.
like,
It
that's
does
Like,
change a
uh,
little
like
bit
Grandpa
on
Squirm-
environment and
Squirmel.
like how much
like
light's
like
hitting
this,
it.
yeah. This like grandpa.
Grandpa
let's-
Squirmel.
It's like Grandpa.
Just like
It's like-
grandpa. No
It's like
context.
Grandpa.
It's like,
It's like Peepaw.
Just like peepaw.
Like Peepaw.
Becca, I'm sorry. This has serious Drawfee energy where you're just doing your best trying to draw, and we're just here. We're just
I'm
causing
okay.
problems.
I'm okay with that.
Why haven't you learned Blender?
That's
that.
you're
Do
the
you-
you're
do
the
you
one.
want these to
You're the
take a lot
Julia here.
longer?
I am.
Oh, speaking of Julia, has anyone watched yesterday's episode?
No,
No.
not
I
yet.
have not.
Please, it was
I-
so funny.
She was talking about it. She was like, I saw her tweet about it. She was like, I laughed about this joke for like the entire episode. I'm so sorry.
I literally woke up this morning and was at work and thought of it and had to rewatch that part of the episode. It was so like that whole Nathan's drawing was so good.
I'm
You
too
guys-
busy watching true crime.
You guys want to
That's
see
fair.
two pictures of Houdini Eden?
Yeah.
Sure.
What color
She eat
palette would you
cheese.
give? Also, yes. What color palette would you give Houdini?
She's very goth.
goth.
Oh, crumbs.
I put her in a sweater one time that said, what did it say? Boss lady, and it was pink, and she hated it. That could have just been because it was a sweater, but
Oh,
I
so
think it-
you're,
No, I think it's because
you're-
she's goth.
a bunch of preps stared at me. I put my middle finger up at them.
No.
she's ebony darkness dimension Ravenway.
No, please don't bring that here.
Too
The
late.
best fan fiction ever written.
No, let's not go that far.
I have it bookmarked on one of my like tabs pins, so like my friends and I can continue rereading it later
Right.
because we started doing it
I'm-
again.
I'm going to, if I ever get the chance to own a house and put up wallpaper, I'm going to scrawl that behind the wallpaper in like the muddy
Red
like,
paint.
like dull, like
We can make that happen.
oxidized brown red paint, just like finger painted on the walls.
So you're gonna make it look like if
Make that
someone
happen.
bled into the book, but it's Ebony Darkness Dimension Ravenway.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure if I bled into Rot's book, that's just what would pop up. Hi,
Well-
my name is Ebony Darkness Dimension Ravenway. I have
Ravenway.
long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that goes down to my mid back, and
The fact
icy
that
blue
you're
eyes,
quoting this from
like
memory.
limpid tears.
Would you guys prefer that the book spelled out my name is Tom Riddle?
I fuck that. I would walk out.
I don't want transphobic stuff.
Ah, see, that's fair.
That doesn't mean anything to me. I never got into actual Harry. I never got into that fake Harry Potter.
that shit.
I was only into the real Harry Potter, written by whatever Bloody Rose 666, whatever the fuck her
Yes.
name was. I only know the real Harry Potter.
Can I say that the one thing about that shit that I love is that now, years and years on, people are like, no, this is genuine. No.
No.
This was a piece of satire. It's like,
I'm
it's
fully
genuine.
in the satire boat.
But here's
She
the thing, like,
fucking
it's
references
genuinely,
Tom Bombadil.
it's genuinely remarkable because, like, the thing is, like, it's the same thing that we, because I'm a huge fan of like creepypastas and horror stories and stuff like that. It's the exact same thing that we have had conversations about in regards to some of the creepypasta that have gone out there and got really, really fucking popular for some fucking reason. Like, there was one called Mario it was basically just a riff on like the haunted story creepypasta, but it was written by one of the best horror story writers that was in that scene at that time. He made a bunch of really fucking good stories. So the problem is that his riff was actually a pretty good story. So everyone thought it was genuine. But like, and then there's fucking this. Fucking
The greatest story of our generation.
yeah, where it's literally like it is like it's the it's like trying to figure out if like he's like the storyteller is like doing it intentionally or not, and you can't tell.
Girl, you look kawaii.
See, I fully believe it is satire, because like one of the arguments I saw, and I can't remember if it actually was for or against the like satire, like genuine, but I feel like one of the things people bring up for especially genuine is like the fanfic scene at the time, especially like in fandoms like this, was this, and like, and if you were there, you like can really tell. And I was there kind of at the end of that like heavy style of fanfic writing, like the last few years when it started, and then it started to die out a little bit. But like, that's also why I think it's satire, because it is such a perfect representation of what was like, but it's like so kind of perfectly crafted.
It's so perfectly on the nose that it just feels like it can't.
Because it starts off like fine, like lots of purple prose, way too much attention to like what she's wearing, and really corny
For
things,
example,
like
today I was wearing a black mini skirt.
You can really tell that Becca is an English major because you just use the term purple prose.
Purple prose.
Yeah.
I was like, don't know what that means. Go care enough to know. But
purple prose.
You used it really shows off.
Yeah.
Yeah, purple prose just means like you just gotta go on and on and on about like details and like moments, and it's like you really need to like cut that out. But like
irrelevant details, like in that Sonic.exe story we were reading.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, as well, is it kind of starts to degrade like perfectly, because there's a second story going on of her beta reader and herself like having a falling out, basically. So she loses her beta reader,
Raven,
and it
me
just
back
gets
the
worse
sweater.
and worse and worse. But at the same time, like some of the like replacements basically are like, but like stronger words, like they're more complicated words than the ones she was trying to write. Like Tom Riddle's name gets so fucked up that it becomes Tom Bombadil at some point, who you would only know of if you read Lord of the Rings. And at one point, like, Lupin is masticating, which means chewing. Like, chewing food.
I just need to point out something. Becca has gotten so into this that she has stopped drawing.
Completely stopped and was like, no, we're talking about this.
I'm really passionate about random things. Technically, I've only read the story once, at least from front to back.
You've thought about it a lot.
Well,
you can't.
So what I'm getting is that there needs to be like a stream story night where we just read My Immortal, and I have to be there for that.
Weirdly enough, that would not be the first time I've ever done that.
That's right.
Reddit. One of the first times I ever talked to internet friends, it was a Skype call. This was the mods for John Reisinger. We all hopped in a Skype call. And instead of talking like normal people, we opened up My Immortal, and we would just go back and forth, and each of us would just read a chapter out loud. We were in the call for like 4 hours.
I also need to point out the fact that I have not heard that name in years.
John Reisinger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me and Becca are both mods.
Yeah, we're still mods. Even though neither of us have like done anything.
Do you not realize that John Reisinger is basically the reason this group exists?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, to be fair, Rooster Teeth's the only reason I know Becca.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah, like John Reisinger. What we were all like, okay, me, Connor, Becca, and Jill were on John Reisinger's thing on his Discord. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called for a second.
I was trying to support you. The thing,
The
We're literally on Discord. And I forgot. We were all on Dawn Rising's Discord. At some point, Connor and I started playing in a game together, and then the game was not going well for me.
That sounds pretty familiar.
No,
Careful with that Coke, because we're gonna go to the theater in like 20 minutes.
And then
I can chug it.
You should.
And then Connor was also having issues with the game that he was running. And then Connor goes to me. I remember him being just like, "Hey, do you think if we like went into like Razinger's chat and like asked if people wanted to be in a game, people would be game?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. You just gotta talk to the person in the game that we're in, because I don't want to tell them that we're not gonna be in the game anymore." So we like immediately. I think Becca was like maybe the first to respond.
I don't know, but I was like, "Hey, yeah, D&D, I haven't played it in forever."
And then Jill was like, "I'll bring in a friend."
I asked. I said, "Could I bring in a friend?"
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
ask.
I
You did
also I brought in a friend.
Yeah.
Now, see, I really wish that my schedule had cooperated when that happened, so Becca could have asked me instead. Just think of how much different everything would have gone if it was me instead.
Unfortunately, I probably still would have invited him because he was so into D&D and really wanted to play. And,
Mentioned
you know,
at
we
the
were on
time-
good terms.
Two people also joined the game that one just never showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't, no, I'm not gonna complain about
Yeah,
it on
no,
air,
no.
but, like, that's bad form, but...
No, one just
One never showed up, and one left like 3 sessions in.
Yeah.
Well, one was the least attentive.
Wait, well, I totally forgot about someone, like, just straight up didn't show up.
I'll
Well-
put it in VC response. Hold on.
Yeah,
I was
know-
like, wait, hold on,
know
I don't
who we're talking about.
remember.
Here's the thing. I have zero issue
Oh, that's
with her.
right, I forgot!
Yeah,
Like-
yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
because
I
that
don't
one
know who
in
that. I don't know who that person is.
yeah, because in that case, it's like, okay, something must have happened. Whatever, it's not
Yeah.
a huge deal. There was
yeah.
no work put in on my side. I didn't care.
Yeah.
The other one, fucking, it was like pulling teeth, trying to get that motherfucker to write anything about his fucking character, and
he
it drove me up the fucking wall.
It was he.
Is that one
wanted
who
a
we're?
different game.
Is that
It was
one who I think we are talking about?
No.
No.
You don't know this.
I'll put it in VC text response.
It's, to put it, like,
He-
nicely, I wanted a different game
Oh,
than we
I don't know who that
did.
is either.
Which is, like, totally fine, but it wasn't...
But the problem.
he was looking more for like Adventure League.
Yeah, he wanted, like, a dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
And then the problem was that he then went around my back and started talking shit about it, and I was like, if I get the fucking chance, I'm gonna strangle you.
Fun fact: guess who he was talking shit to?
Uh-oh.
It was me.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, this sounds
Joker.
real. This sounds real familiar.
My issue with that has always been. I will say this: my issue with that has always been Connor was very upfront at the beginning. Connor was like, "This
Yeah.
is what this kind of game is."
It's the job of a DM. You're supposed to be
And then-
straight up and say, hey, look, this is
This
how the
guy-
game's gonna go. Sorry if you don't like it like that.
This guy
your
completely
fucking
like
job.
ignored that, and then just like
Well, I can sort of tell you what the reason why this person did not like the campaign.
Bitch.
It is because what they wanted was the adventure zone. They
Oh.
wanted Critical Role. They wanted Griffin McElroy, as you know.
I'm not
And
fucking
then-
Griffin.
I
It's
do
Connor.
wanted that. It should have put more effort into his characters. What?
Literally.
I don't know if I'd want you to
No.
be.
he put
Yeah.
no effort into like his character. Like what he wanted was like this like amazing like. Not to say that Connor isn't a great DM, because Connor's a fucking
That's a great DM.
Thank you.
Connor's
Honestly, I think
different.
we're more like Critical Role than some other, like, games out
Yeah,
there.
I see personally, I'd rather be like Dungeons and Daddies, but that's a personal preference.
I've never watched that.
As an unbiased member who is not part of the game, I like what you guys do. And if you ever need a guest character or a one shot or anything, please just DM me. I'm so lonely.
I'll tell you.
Oh, don't worry. I have like a small list of friends who are like on the if I need an extra character,
I was on that list.
Cody was on that list for a little while.
Like a week or two ago, I was talking to this about Becca, and I'm like, Becca, you tell me the day, and I will literally leave work early to get home on a Saturday to play with you guys.
I'll tell you this
We
much.
should have a one-shot that's just like a dating sim.
No, I'll tell you this.
Invite Adam.
Can I just say, as I was watching the like Wings Club video you sent me earlier, I was like watching them do the like transformations and shit, and I was like, man, I want like a really short Wings Club campaign.
God, yes,
because
please.
Like you watched Wings Club, I watched Wings Club. I know Jess watched Wings Club.
I didn't just watch it. I went out and found the Italian original and watched it with subtitles so I could keep watching it.
God, I love that.
Aw.
But like I
they
don't know
ended up going to Earth and running a pet store at one point, by the way. And that's the same season that the water fairy Lila, although they've changed her name in different places, her fiance dies in that season. Straight up kills him.
What are you people talking
F's in
about?
chat.
Wings Club.
Wings Club.
Italian
yes.
magical girls.
Listen, please,
Italian.
If any of you guys want to run like a one shot, you need a player, please let me know, please. I want to play D&D so bad.
Yeah.
I feel so bad because I feel like I'm like bothering Jace all the time because I'm like, hey, can we talk about D&D? I want to play your game so bad.
You have
Trust me,
the itch.
you're not bothering Jace.
You're not bothering Jace.
If Jace doesn't answer you, that's just Jace.
Listen,
Yeah.
I understand that but it's the neurodivergent brain going, oh, I'm here, I must talk all the time. Does the little finger pointing emoji?
Well, you see, there's two states. It's either talk constantly because otherwise you don't know if people know you're there and stuff like that, or just don't say anything at all for the longest
There are
time.
two wolves inside of you. Both of them are mentally ill.
What does Houdini?
Yeah.
Your baby.
In regards to the whole neurodivergence, talking about stuff and things and what have you, I think the only reason I'm okay is because I'm medicated, but the problem is that my medication has turned me from, anxiety and self-doubt to I need to work on something at all times, otherwise I will have a problem. Thus, Blender, art.
So fair.
Last night I was in bed and I was trying to sleep and I realized how mentally ill I am because I was in bed and I heard like a noise downstairs and I went, huh, at least I know I'd be able to hear if someone broke in, and then I was like, yeah, what would I do if someone broke in?
Do you?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I don't have any weapons. Like, what would I do? I just hide, probably. And then I was like, oh god, what if someone came in? And then from there, this is a little graphic, by the way. It evolved into how would I defend myself if someone came into my room and tried to smash my head with a hammer? And then I laid in bed, like, so tensed up and nervous for like 2 hours. And then finally, my brain was like, oh, you're good. That was just a thought experiment we just did. You're fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a social experiment.
Jill, do you want to? Okay, do you guys want to know something like to fully show you guys just how anxious I really am? When Becca left on her trip,
oh yeah, you got
I
so
had
bad.
trouble sleeping for the last several nights because in my brain was immediately going, there are these 3 entrances slash exits. What if someone snuck into the house and I didn't notice? They could be hiding in a closet. And then it eventually resorted to me sleeping in my bed with the lights on, and to the left of me, I literally had the kukri I bought from Ren Fair because I was like, I just need to be ready in case someone breaks in. Because like my brain was that high strung, that anxious at that moment in time.
So you say that, but it was probably maybe like a year or 2 years ago. I got home from work and no one was home, but the front door was left unlocked, and I was like, okay. It's like I grabbed a knife from the kitchen and I'm like looking around the house, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I go downstairs because I live in the basement. We have like a half finished basement, but then there's like a spot next to like that part where it's like half the height because it's like the crawl space. You put shit under there. I'm like, what if some motherfucker's in there right now? And I was like, I turned the lights on in there, and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, if there's anyone in this house, I will fuck you up. Is how fucking like that was just one of those bad brain days, and I'm like, if you're in my house, you're gonna die. And then eventually I was like, there's no one in the house. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Like, I'm gonna go be normal for a little bit.
I was the other day I was here alone and I went to my kitchen to make coffee, and our kitchen is like long, so like the coffee machine's at the end of the long. And so like behind me is like the pathway into the living room and up towards the stairs. So I'm standing there with my back to the door of the kitchen making my coffee, and my brain goes, something's running at you. And I went, it literally isn't, but okay. And they're like, no, you just can't see it, but it's running at you. It's behind you. And I was like, that's not right. And then I sat there for a few minutes and I was like, I should check. I should just check just in case. And I turned and there was nothing there, but then that made me more nervous. So I was like, cool. And I just ran up the stairs with the
Oh
coffee.
my god, it's invisible.
Well, that's
I
like,
can't see it.
We have our kitchen has sliders with we have like a deck on our backyard. And I'm like, hey, how fucked up would it be if you turned on the lights in the middle of the night one night?
There was someone back there.
There was someone back there.
Yeah,
we have huge like wall length windows in our back room, which I can see from my kitchen. And every time I go in there, I'm like, what if I saw someone back there? What would I do?
Okay, here's the one that has fucked me up for like ever since I heard it and still bothers me.
Oh boy.
You guys know the urban legend. Do you guys know the urban legend of the guy who broke into someone's car and every time would raise up to try and stab them, and the person who was in the car behind them would turn on the high beams?
That's a very common campfire story.
Yeah, that fucking story.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So basically the story is a young lady goes shopping one day and she goes into the store and bumps into someone she knows. This person she knows is a man she knows from work. They talk, they seem fine, and the guy seems a little off, but they chat and he seems fine enough. She finishes her shopping, goes back into her car, and then begins driving home. And as she's driving home, she realizes there's a car that's following up behind her. And this car behind her, at first, seems to get really close to her. Okay, not a huge deal. Maybe they're just in a rush. So she kind of pulls over to the side of the road a little bit to let them pass by, but they don't. They just pull up behind her. So she keeps driving. And then a little ways down the road, the car behind her turns on the high beams, full blast. And she doesn't know what's going on. And then the car behind her starts honking. She doesn't know what's going on, so she starts to drive faster, and the car behind her starts picking up the speed to go just as fast as her. And every once in a while, starts blasting the horn, turning on the high beams. And eventually, the lady gets back to her house. She quickly dives out of the car as fast as possible, screaming to her husband, call the police, call the police. And in time, the other car pulls up behind the other car, and the cops come. And the cops come, and of course, they start pulling the guy in the other truck out of the vehicle, and he's screaming at the cops, no, you need to understand, there's someone behind her fucking car seat. And behind the car seat, there's a man armed with a butcher knife who is getting ready to stab her every time he went ahead and turned on those high beams.
Do you know what?
That wouldn't work for me because I check the backseat every time, dude.
Exactly.
Every
and that's what I do
time.
now because of that story.
No AFAB gets into a car.
Is getting in the car without checking the back seat.
Damn right. Wait,
Hello?
I'm not AFAB.
So
no, but
I have been conditioned to look in my rearview mirror constantly when I'm driving, because my first car accident about 6 months after I started driving was me getting rear-ended when I was at a stop. So now I'm like, I have to look in this mirror all the time, or I'm going to get hit and I'm going to get wrecked.
Conditioned by popular media, or like by media.
Jolly, I'm so sorry I was listening to this.
What?
I thought I just heard you go,
What did I
Never
didn't say
mind.
that.
I someone
I
else
was
did that.
dissociating again.
Well, we need to end stream. I'm sorry. I've been waiting for a time to slip in and like be like,
and
that's
it's
all
fine.
the time we
Yeah.
have. 'cause it
Stream.
I'm so
not
sorry.
just because of not because of the topic, but because it's 10 past 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna end stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you to my peanut gallery for providing suggestions and such. And thank you to Jen and Jill for providing their kitties.
Thank you for letting me come back and have my microphone
Yeah.
redemption.
Yeah, Adam's
Microphone
microphone
redemption.
redemption arc is now complete. You heard him the whole time.
Except-
I don't remember the story.
Something, man door, hand hook, car door.
Yeah, and now Connor and I are going